Hello everyone, today is June 14th, 2023, and I have come back as yesterday Father Yahuwah has shown me much. Every day I pray for him to put in front of me what he wants me to see, and he does. Whether people are bringing me information or I trip over it on social media or he puts a thought in my mind to look for a certain thing, he puts it all together, and right now he's putting all the puzzle pieces together. As you've watched the last few videos of mine, you've noticed that 6/6/23 was a 7-day warning to the 13th yesterday. And as most of you know who watch the news or whatever, if you're following that, I follow it, but not closely. I only follow what Father shows me to watch, what to pay attention to. But as you know, on the 13th, Trump was, he was arraigned, he was at trial, and he made a really interesting statement that confirmed where we are, because that's what I felt in my spirit, was that the pit has been opened, and now the demons are coming out, and they're coming out through this portal right here. This video game that came out, every time a person plays this game, they open another portal. They open more demons. They invite more demons into their home. They're becoming demonized with this game. People don't realize it. People are going to start acting really strange and really evil really soon, because these people are being demonized. This spirit that has been unleashed with the release of this game into the corporate mindset is the pit, where the demons are just flowing out of the pit now. People don't realize it though, because you have wolves in the pulpit everywhere, and they have no idea about spiritual warfare. None. They have no idea how this is happening. They are blind, the blind leading the blind. So this right here shows me that the pit is open and the earth is being flooded now with demons like never before. Anytime someone plays this game, anytime someone goes and listens to a celebrity, a concert, all those things, those are all spells being cast. Those are all spells being cast. And so if you think about the entire magnitude, and I do want to point out this one thing before I get too far into this message. When it comes to the end time signs, people need to remember that what is prophesied in the Bible is not going to hit every part of the earth exactly the same way. I'll give you an example where it talks about in, believe it's Revelation 8 or 9, where it talks about a third of the earth's fish will die, or the animals will die, or the trees will die, or the grass will die. If it's a third, then it cannot be the whole earth is affected in the same way. Okay, so you have to keep your eye on the horizon, looking for all of these little dots to pop up on the map so you can connect the dots, so you can see where we are in the timeline. Now, the timeline, I'm going to put this out there too, and this is maybe for some with a higher level understanding, but this is what he's been showing me about the book of Revelation. First of all, it is both allegorical, symbolic, and literal. All three. However, for us in this timeline, in this dimension that we're in, we have to take things more at the symbolic, spiritual level. Because if we try to interpret exactly what we see on black and white in print, it's not going to manifest in the way that we expect it. So we will miss it. Just like when Yahusha, he stood before the Pharisees, and because of their limited understanding of the exact black and white letter of the law, they did not see him as a legitimate Messiah. Okay? Perfect example there. So when you're looking at these things, you have to look at it from a totally different perspective than you've ever heard taught across a pulpit anywhere, or what you read yourself black and white with your limited understanding. You have got to have the Ruach HaKodesh in order to correctly interpret this, because Yahuwah is the one that interprets his own prophecy. He will reveal it to you. And as it goes to Proverbs 25 too, It is the glory of Yahuwah to conceal a matter, but the glory of kings to seek it out. And then he also goes on to tell you in Matthew to seek and find and knock, and the door will be opened and it will be given to you. This is how you do it, okay? But this proved true because it was a 7-day warning. And on the 13th, Trump said something really interesting in his statements. He said, now that the seal is broken, okay, and I know people will say, oh, he's talking about his la da da. You have to realize that these people who are in the public eye are all actors on the world stage. They are all playing you according to Satan's deception and design. However, they are dropping keywords to people to understand. So those who have eyes to see will see, okay? So Trump confirms that the seal is broken. Huge. That knocked my socks off yesterday when I saw that. Another thing, too, it's interesting to note that the shape of the Florida Federal Court building where President Trump was at is in the shape of a boat. Especially, too, when we know that it's time to get on the ark and we are in the days of Noah. Little interesting there. So I caught this yesterday, the day after, on the 13th. This was posted. This is what I was seeing. Look at all those fish that have been killed according to the Revelation prophecy. Look, like I said, you have to keep your eyes on the horizon looking for all the dots to pop up so you can connect them. This is fulfillment of prophecy. Now, I'll get into this a little bit later, but I just want you to show you this, that the abyss, the pit has been opened. The fifth trumpet has sounded. Now people go, oh, but the trumpets don't come until after the seals and blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you one thing. You're looking at dimensions on a timeline. They're all different dimensions on a timeline. And Father has shown me that, and it is supported. There are dimensions, there are different heavens, and there are different what's the word I'm looking for? There are different dimensions and different planes of existence. And all these things are happening almost for us humans here on earth, it seems simultaneously through these ends. So yes, these are all happening according to their plan, their purpose, their order, everything, but they are not first the seals, then the trumpets, then the bowls or vials, okay? That's not how it works. That is not how it works. This is a multi-dimensional word. This is a multi-dimensional book, as is the Bible in general. Any of the word coming from Yahuwah, whether it's in the Apocrypha, the Book of Enoch, the Bible, it's all multi-dimensional. Okay, it's all spiritual first, then before it is the physical. The spirit in the truth, spirit in the physical. It's there. You can't have one without the other. Okay, but the pit has been opened. Okay, the pit has been opened, and those demons are coming out in droves now, and they're demonetizing everybody. They're demonizing everybody who agrees with this agenda, that they're asleep, they're ignorant, whatever, what have you. They are agreeing with the enemy in this. Anytime you go to a concert or listen to a song, Father has shown me, even if you listen to a song that even if it's not clearly evil, but if it has backmasking in it, or if it which all of them do, by the way, even the contemporary Christian music, especially that, oh my gosh, even not even backwards, some of those are evil songs. You really have to listen to or read the lyrics. Don't listen to it, but read the lyrics, because the music is what delivers it straight to your soul. It's the delivery system. It's think of it like the Pokio, the Pokio that most of us have refused for the last few years. The Pokio, okay? In a spiritual sense, music is the vehicle to deliver the poison, the lie to the soul. But people are listening to music without questioning it. They get caught up in the beat, and there's a reason why they have the beat for seances or for all those other things, because it puts you in a trance. It puts you in a trance that makes you receptive to whoever has put you in the trance to deliver any kind of information or control you. I personally haven't listened to much music at all anymore. I used to love it. Love music. Used to love it, singing at the top of my lungs, those kind of things. I don't listen to music anymore. I play my own harp music. I went and bought myself a lyre, and I'm playing my own worship music on my harp. But Yahuwah is restoring the earth like he said he would in Enoch 10:10. Isn't it interesting? 10 means perfection. 10:10. He is restoring the earth that the angels have corrupted, the fallen angels have corrupted. And I will tell you right now, those of us who are true believers, the true remnant, we must endure to the end. What is coming is going to be brutal, but at the same time, we will be protected. What we must endure, whether it's we have to endure even to martyrdom, but we will still be protected. There will be supernatural experiences, and the experience we have from any kind of suffering we may be called to endure, we will be counting it all joy, because we will come to know our Creator, our Yahuwah, our Abba, more than we can ever if we are not tested and tried. Okay? But I'm pointing this out, that he that endures to the end shall be saved. Salvation cannot be had or given here in this life in the flesh. To be saved, quote unquote, in this flesh is a lie from the pit. We cannot be saved in this imperfect form. Our flesh is not at all able to stand before the Almighty Yahuwah. No. We cannot be saved in this flesh. It is a reward to be given at the end once you've endured to the end and proven yourself obedient, faithful, and worthy. Okay? That's the honest truth. These false wolves in the pulpit make you believe that, all you have to do is believe. That's all you have to do is believe in Jesus. And then everybody walks single file in through the gate, and it's a straight shot. No, this is the total lie from the pit. It is not easy. He's told us that. When you read Yahusha's words, if you believe Yahusha's words, he says, straight is the gate and narrow is the way, and few there be that find it. Okay? Few there be that find it. And that it is hard. It is hard. The way is narrow and it is hard. People want it easy. They're lazy. They're easy. They're prideful. They're selfish. They want it easy. They want to give their participation trophy. And that is what the false doctrine is taught. Believe and you're saved. You can never lose your salvation. This false eternal security BS, this satanic BS that is spewed over all the poison pulpits in the world. This is not what the truth is. Yes, the way is narrow, the straight gate to the narrow way, and few there be that find it. Why? Because Satan is trying to keep everybody as dumb as possible. And he's doing a pretty dang good job. He's taking information away from you so that you cannot make a decision for yourself. He took away the 14 books out of the Bible, the Apocrypha, the Book of Enoch, Jubilees, Jasher, all those. He took those out because why? Because that truth in those books make it very clear. They basically identify the false 13th apostle Paul, who is also the false prophet of Revelation in Revelation 13 that gives life to the image of the beast, which is Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm feeling led to, oh gosh, this is, okay, I'm going to warn you. I'm feeling led by Father to show something to you. They showed me yesterday. And I'm going to warn you, it is not easy to watch. It is not easy to watch. It's pretty graphic and it's very just blasphemous, but he wants me to show you this. So I'm going to be obedient. And okay, bear with me because I've got it saved in my TikTok account. I mean, it even makes me sick to watch it. So I'm just going to warn you. I'm just going to warn you right now. It is really graphic. Where did I save it? Or did I save it? Oh. I had quite a few things I saw yesterday. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. All right. Just warning. This is Lady Gaga. This is pretty disgusting. But this is proof and evidence that if you're seeing all these politicians and you're seeing any performer, any public person that has any kind of power saying, oh, praise God and praise Jesus, this is evidence. This is evidence that there are two messiahs. There's one that's true, that's Yahusha HaMashiach, and the false messiah is Jesus Christ.
Jesus, Jesus, are you listening? Jesus, over there in heaven. Jesus, I'm confused. Jesus, some people say that you only love a certain kind of person, with certain kind of beliefs or background or sexual orientation. But Jesus, you have blessed me. And every night, myself and the entire house of Gaga bleed to death in front of 24,000 people talking about love and unity. So I'm quite certain that Jesus must love everybody!
Okay. Obviously, she's praising and worshiping another Jesus, a false Christ. And she, by the way, is inverted. Anyone who's in the public eye is inverted. Anyone who follows Satan, they are trans. They have been physically altered from their original birth gender. Do your homework, you'll find it out. Oh, Yahusha HaMashiach, rebuke her. Oh, anyway, that is proof that the Jesus that the world supports and worships like she does is a false Christ, the image of the beast. The image of the beast. And these 14 books were removed from the Bible in 1881 to control the minds of the masses. And there is a very strong warning in Revelation 22:19 that if any man shall take away the words of the books of this prophecy, or the book of this prophecy, God shall take away the part out of the book of life. God's judgment is coming, y'all. It's coming. It's rolling out. Just like a wave starts out slow and then it grows and then all of a sudden it gains speed, that tsunami is going to hit hard pretty soon, and it's going to hit fast. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I'll post this picture up on my community wall later on this evening so you can get a closer look at it. But we are there. We are definitely there. We are so... The pit's been opened. And if you look at anything that's going on with the sun has been super active. There's been all sorts of earthquakes and volcanoes erupting because of the solar activity. There is all sorts of things going on in the world. There's so many dots to connect. We are there, people. We are almost to the finish line. So when we're looking at the seals, right? Like I said, the seals, the trumpets, and the bowls or vials as they call it, They all happen multidimensionally. Multidimensionally. So you could have the seals popping off at the time you have the trumpets popping off, at the time that you have the bowls popping off, being fulfilled. Okay? So we've seen this. For anybody who's done, I'm sure quite a few of us have been studying the seals in Revelation 6, right? Because we've seen things going on. And the fourth seal, the fifth seal, okay? Yes, the fifth seal has been here. The sixth seal is about to be opened, because the fifth seal has been opened. And for people to say, oh, but, not all the Christians have been martyred. Did it say all the Christians or all the believers would be martyred? Not all. No, people need to be careful not to read into Scripture what it doesn't say. The 144,000 will be deployed very soon. They are the bride of Yahusha, which is one reason why when I was looking at understanding the two witnesses better, that the 144,000 could not be two groups of people, two groups of 12,000, or two groups of both from Judah and Ephraim, okay? It couldn't be those two groups. It cannot be those two groups of people, but it's actually the word. It's the two sticks of Judah and Ephraim. And they're the word of Yahuwah that is going to be destroyed here pretty soon. Okay? People say, oh, we're not in the Great Tribulation yet. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. Because, like I said, you have to look out worldwide. Look out there and connect the dots. Just because it's not happening in your hometown doesn't mean that it's not happening. Okay? But very soon, everybody will be affected in some way or another. Very, very soon. I know people who have lost their job a year ago and are starving to death. They've lost their home. They've, they're in very dire straits. Some people seem to be relatively untouched. But that does not mean that prophecy is not being fulfilled. It does not mean that. So, but eventually everybody's going to be affected. Now, when we look at, where was that, Revelation? So the fifth angel blew his trumpet, and I saw a star that had fallen from heaven to the earth, and the key of the shaft of the abyss was given to him. The pit's been opened. He opened the shaft of the abyss, and smoke came up out of the shaft like smoke from a great furnace, so that the sun and the air were darkened by the smoke of the shaft. What just happened in New York City? Then the locusts came out of the smoke of the earth, and the power was given to them like the power of scorpions to have in the earth. And they were told not to harm the grass of the earth or any green plant or any tree, but only those who did not have Yahuwah's seal on their foreheads. They were not permitted to kill them, but they were to torment them for 5 months. Their torment is like the torment caused by the scorpion when it stings someone. And in those days, people will seek death but will not find it. Why? Because they took the Pokio. Pokio, if you realize it, there's a worm in there that does not die. It will keep them alive. They will long for death, but death will flee from them. And then it talks about the appearance of the locusts and stuff like that. And I'm not going to make this video too long, but get into the Word, guys. It's time to study hard. It's time to study hard every day. Okay? Also, to the sixth trumpet, when it, that we know that Euphrates River is dried up. We know that there are 4 angels who were released. I believe that this one that we see in the demonic video game Lilith is one of them. And then we're going to have the armies from the east here invade pretty quickly. And then it's going to start to happen pretty rapidly, because Father Yahuwah has promised that he will shorten the days for the elect's sake. Okay. And while we're at it, I'm feeling led to jump over to my community post from this morning that I want to point out that Matthew 24:24. For false messiahs and false prophets will arise and perform great signs and wonders to lead astray, if possible, even the elect. If possible. It means it's going to be very convincing that it would fool the elect. But the elect won't be fooled because they can't be fooled. Because they have the true Ruach HaKodesh. Research Bluebeam. You'll see how this deception is going to come about. And it's really interesting, too, that here in the news we're hearing a lot about not only UFO sightings, but alien sightings, where people have called 911 to report aliens in their backyard. So we're seeing an uptick in that, so we know that that deception is coming very, very, very soon. Very soon. Study up, my friends. Get in the Word. Stay in the Word. Don't listen to the false poison pulpits anymore. Don't even take everything I tell you to Father, because I'm not saying I'm infallible. I know that I don't know everything. I know I don't know everything. But I am showing you what I do know. And it's really hard to live in two worlds. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. It's hard to live in two worlds because I see everything happening. And yet at the same time, most everybody's just going about their day-to-day business, punching the clock, worried about paying bills, worried about a loved one who's come sick or suddenly died. People have no idea. And that's why Yahusha says that we must watch. We must watch. So that when he does come, it won't be like he came upon us like a thief in the middle of the night. It is important, people. We must endure to the end. Do not take these words lightly. And do not take the words of a false 13th apostle and prophet over those of Yahusha himself. Shalom.